Good morning, everybody, and happy Thursday. 62 degrees, 16 degrees Celsius, and we have not done the river walk since all the summer drownings started. So that is where we are this morning, and the island is very, very open. I always mention one day I'm going to venture over there. Well, it ain't this morning, that's for sure. Alright, getting the puppies out here. They wanted to get in the car and go, so 8 o'clock in the morning, here we are, getting out on a walk. I thought, well, we haven't done this in a while, and this is going to be interesting for the new Mic 3s, because we got lots and lots of highway noise to test. The audio quality, adaptive audio seemed to be a little on the low side last night compared to the Mic 2s, but not changing anything today. Got a bunch of quackers in the river. They're just making their way in. That is so low, dear goodness gracious. That is unbelievably low. Have to go out in the middle of it to fish. So on the 4th of July, this is, well, basically where they set up the huge, ginormous flag in this area. I think they still have the cones up from when they did that. And then of course then they set fireworks off down along here on this side, because this path is actually closed all day on the 4th. I found out the hard way. A couple years ago I tried to come down and get pictures ahead of time, and yeah, you're not allowed. So it is a gorgeous morning. I did bring a light hoodie with me and took it off when we got out of the car, because I was like, wasn't sure being next to the river if I was gonna need it. Definitely do not. Well, I am glad that I did the testing between the two pockets for a very short period of time, because even in those 3 clips I just kept going back and forth with the audio between the two. So I hope it gives you a really clear idea of what the difference is. I feel like the Mic 3, the voice is definitely crisper, but it feels like the adaptive gain might be down a little low. So we're gonna play around. I'm not gonna mess with things today, like I said. Might take that off and manually adjust the gain in the future just to see what the difference is. I will go through the other different voice modes. Might do that a little bit on Saturday. Tim and I are still unsure where we're going to head to yet. We got to discuss that more. But he is going to bring his Mic Minis, and I'll bring the Mic 2 case, the Mic 3s. We're not going to test the Mic 2s, I don't think, again, but he is going to, I'm going to connect the Mic Minis to the other pocket for him, because every time he records stuff with his Samsung, then I don't normally get the video, and that's a problem, because then I can't really do any comparison between the two. So I'm going to give him the other Pocket 3, and either we're going to do Wildwood, or we might do the Riverwalk, or depending on time, what time we get out of here, we might do both. What's up, dude? Fist bump? There you go. Because for those of you that might be new to the channel, this was a major logging route back in the day before they installed this dam that is now classified as a killer dam. Okay, like I said, puppies are with. Trying to keep them walking. I can't see the screen at all, even though I'm not wearing dark polarized. We do have a pretty steady headwind going this direction, so my concept is we'll get to where the railing ends, and then we're going to go back all the way up to where the grate is, where Mateo won't get near, which is fine. Figure we should get more than 2 miles that way. I feel like this is going to be a much harder design for YouTubers to hold when they're recording their videos. It is such a slim design because that little clip comes off. Now we get into the sunlight here, you'll be able to see it. That is so minimal. But I do like the fact that the magnet is now the same size as the Mic 2s. That makes it you get almost double the magnet versus the minis. I'll show that closer up when we get with Tim. I'll do a little comparison of the case sizes because the mini case is tremendously smaller, and this one is not that much smaller than the mic 2s. So, and that mic is a little ways away from me right now, and it's out in the wind with obviously you get 2 sets of the dead cats. You get a black set and then you get the gray black set. I put the gray black on the one I'm using normally, and the black one's on the one that's still connected to the receiver that comes with the unit. Alright, just for a little bit of a test, we'll put the microphone on the outside of my shirt. That's not normally how I wear it. Just want to see how, I mean, if it wasn't for the wind muff, you'd probably, with a black shirt, you'd probably blend in pretty easy. But obviously the wind muff does make it a little more visible, which is fine. I don't, like I said, tank tops is the only time I usually do this so that it's not getting all messed up. The dead cat gets all sweaty and stuff. Gross, I know, but it's part of life. Obviously this morning it's not too bad outside. 61, but it's that sun is definitely warming things up. It feels so nice out here. It is just an absolute gorgeous morning. A couple more, looks like Canadian geese down there. Just swimming around, having a good old morning. Now, you don't have to take the clip off to use the magnet because the clip is magnetized as well. But just makes it a slimmer design. If you think you're going to need to mount it both ways, then yeah, you'd want to bring it along, but I very rarely ever use the clip. I was actually trying to think of a next time with the fireworks to actually figure how to mount the little brackets that I use for the drone lights on the Pocket so that I could actually magnetize the mics to the bar instead, because the bar is not a material that the magnets work on. So if I use those little brackets I got, I should be able to magnetize the mics instead of having to clip them, because the bar is a little bit on the thick side for those. I see different YouTubers like connecting the mini or the mic 3s and the minis to their hat. I just don't know how the audio is going to sound if it's sitting over here. I've never tried that before. Maybe just for testing purposes at some point we'll have to play with that. In the lead there, princess. I gotta sneeze. Yeah, visually this is going to get a little bit better because we're going to be facing away from the sun and it's going to be warming my back. It's actually warmer out here than it feels, that's for sure. Well, I mean, it feels warmer than what the temperature is. Boy. Such a low, it feels like it looks like it's flowing the wrong way down here. The ripples are coming toward me instead of going away from me right now. And I have completely gotten myself wrapped up around 2 dogs. Alright, we are past the guardrail there. Go up to this tree line and then we will spin around, and we've already gone 3/4 of a mile. Now that's from the parking lot, so yeah, we should pretty much easily be able to knock out over 2 miles on this one this morning. Yeah, we haven't done beyond this point in a long time. There's really too much tree coverage to even see the river, and that's the main reason I like coming down here. Be able to see the waterway. It's crazy how low it is right now though. Alrighty, spun around. What did we end up at? 8.4. I know when we go all the way to the very end from the parking lot, it's 2 miles, so we're definitely going to push that. We're not going to go all the way because little man's afraid of the grate, which I'm not going to torment him with this morning. The sun behind me. Let's use that hand. Yeah, it works better. Okay. One of the nice convenient things with the Pocket is so easy to switch hands with it. So if you can tell that you're either really dark in the shot, you can switch hands and usually get the lighting right. Much easier. So I know the one big question for a lot of people are going to be like, why do I need the mic 3, or why would I want this? And that was obviously my question. Why do I need a 6 set of mics? Yes, I now have 6. So obviously audio quality each generation gets slightly better with these devices. That may be one. If you're coming from the Mic 3, if you are coming from the Mic 1, definitely much improved audio quality from there over the Mic 2. We'll see. That's still a testing. If you have the Mic Minis, there may be a little less of a question of why would I want to upgrade unless you're looking for the additional features of onboard recording, which again, from the Mic 1 to the Mic 2, you have 32-bit float onboard recording. And I think you actually get more time on these than you do on the Mic 2s, because mine are showing like 57 minutes of onboard recording, which is crazy for a little itty-bitty device. Weight. If, like, my shirts are, because I've lost so much weight myself, my shirts are way baggier than they used to be, and the Mic 2s, the Mic 1s really tugged down on shirts, and this guy here is nearly invisible in weight-wise to me. But going for the Mic Mini missed some features that I liked. Knowing that when I turn it on and off, the little vibration feature is there like the Mic 2s. The way the cases for the Mic Mini and the Mic 2 store everything in the charging case without needing the extra little bag for the cables and the dead cats. You can leave the dead cats right on, and it's just one less step you have to do when preparing to make a video. You just pull them out of the charger, connect it, and away you go. So I'll think of some more reasons, but if you have any questions about them, whether I like them, don't like them, going forward, please leave a comment and I will answer you. This is definitely not a side of the bridge that we've come to very, very often. I don't normally go this way. Just thought we'd get a little different walk this morning out here. I just can't get over how nice it is outside. I'm really curious on all the traffic though. And right now the on-ramp is right here. When we get up on the other side, up on top, we'll be like right next to the highway. I don't have any handles or anything to raise you up and show you, but we'll see how traffic sounds, because that motorcycle was pretty clear and he sounded like he was as far away as he was yesterday. I thought that was pretty interesting. All right, there's one more. Battery life on these is ridiculous. I'm pretty sure the mics are listed as themselves as a 6-hour battery life. I don't think the Mic 2s even are supposed to go that far. I know the Mic Minis were an improvement, but then between charging them in the case, you're supposed to get up to 28 hours between the mics. So that's pretty damn incredible for something that's like that big. Smaller than a quarter. A lot thicker, but like I said, you can't even, it doesn't tug on your clothes. You can't even really feel that it's there. My left arm is not used to vlogging, so it's getting tired. I'm trying to keep the sun out of the lens. Now we're underneath the bridge. Now the first time I came through, I was actually holding the mic, and I could see the audio bar had gone up a little bit. So I'm really curious to see how this adaptive gain works out in the end, because I think for the fireworks and stuff, I don't think I need to like do anything to it. When it knows something loud's coming, it's going to correct it, and it should not be peaking, because I have not seen it go into red or yellow at all on the little audio bar on the top. Boy, everybody has been so polite out here this morning. Now that's an interesting question too, I just thought of, because I'm not sure that I did not hit record prior to the mics connecting, but they connect so fast. That is another nice feature with the newer, as they get generations newer, is the connections to your device becomes so much faster each and every time. Like I mentioned yesterday, there is a Mimo app update on the phones. If you're on Android, that's a lot tougher to do because they don't allow DJI. You have to backload. And my one of my assistant managers was telling me that they are trying to stop backloading apps, or side-loading apps, excuse me, not backloading, side-loading apps that are not trusted. Which Apple has done for a long time, except they had to release it, I think, last year in the EU, but it's not available in the United States. But DJI is still available on the Apple Store, where it's not available on Google Play. The dogs are getting a little bit lackadaisical on protecting their father, and a young lady came up behind us. I didn't even know she was there. They didn't make any motion or any noise. It's okay, I'd rather them not be barking and trying to bite somebody, but I had no clue she was back there. I thought someone was catching us. I thought we were doing a pretty good pace considering I have 2 dogs chained to me. But she's running away from us. Oh, yes. I'm trying to get this side of the islands. Since again, we don't come this way very often. Normally go the other way, which really there's not a whole lot. And it's the wrong time of day to see the bullet reflection of the mountain. But that's fine. That's an afternoon shot. What, are you taking up the whole pathway there, Princess? She goes, I see our car, Dad. We're almost back to our car. We're passing it, Priya. We're not stopping yet. She's like, damn it. I'm going to it anyway. Oh, pulling over. Do we have to pedal? Do we have to pedal in the grass? They've actually been pretty decent this morning. It started off a little bit rough with Princess, but she's been doing pretty good. Little man, he just motored along, having a walk, getting out. Like I said, this isn't their favorite type of pathway. That's, you know, macadam, asphalt, pavement, whatever you want to call it. They'd rather be out in the woods, like up at Wayne Township Nature Park, Nature Trail. I knew I was going to call it something wrong. We're going to go back up there probably here pretty soon though, because the foliage will start. But we're getting pretty close to the dam, and like I said, we're going to go up and over to where the grade is by the Maynard Street Bridge, because this is the Market Street Bridge, Maynard. And it was funny because the shot from my sister's, which she's up Maynard Street, actually captured all 3 bridges in the panoramic: Arch, Maynard, and Market. And I'm thinking next year for the fireworks, that's where I hope to be flying from, and then have Tim standing on the ramp, because right across there is where I'm standing in the gap, the trees. Tim with the microphone, so he's getting audio, and then have the drone up in the air, pretty decent far away, and then I'll have to sync up the audio to match to make it look amazing. All right, where are we at walk-wise now? 1.56. So it's going to be close to about a 2.5 mile walk. That'll give the puppies some wear out for Mom today while I'm at work. All right, there's our killer dam. Now, one was a suicide and the other one was stupidity about playing near it during high flow. Nonetheless, killer dam. Now that's interesting. The air as we cross past the dam, it smells like you're at the ocean. It's got like that salty smell to it, which is really weird. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure. Mom's not sure whether that trip is happening this year, going down to the beach in December. I'm hopeful. I am prepared. Well, for all the times we've come down here, I mean, it may not be the shallowest, but that is pretty much completely out of water, and that's part of the old dam that they demolished. And this little spot down here is usually still underwater, and it's not today. There's a puddle in the middle of it. Oh, wow. That air is amazing. Oh, I'm so happy we did this walk today. It was time. All the bad things have long passed. I mean, it doesn't take away. Yeah, so apparently the day they found the young girl that fell in and drowned, gentleman jumped off over here and committed suicide. So it was kind of crazy that it was the exact same day that they found her. I forget how many miles away downstream from here. And the crazy part is how many people actually went over the dam that day when she fell in, because the mother and I believe the cousins also tried to go get her, and they all went over, and the three of them survived. The only one that didn't was the kid and the baby in the stroller. So, probably smart. I was questioning my sanity whether or not that was a bird on there, and it surely is. There's a bird on one of the logs sticking up. Probably can't hear a word I'm saying because it's pretty windy right now. You know, in case you didn't know what I was talking about over there, I'm trying to find him now on the 2X lens. I don't know exactly where this thing's pointing, but I can't even see him on this little screen. But there is a bird on the log over there. Filmed it with the iPhone, but it is pretty freaking windy right now, so I'm almost thinking, because I did not bring the shift cam and the mics and all that for that. I wasn't really planning on making a huge production this morning. It's basically just you know, out in the wild next to a busy road with the Mic 3s and the Pocket 3. I will test it with the Action 5. I can't imagine a whole lot of difference. Maybe a little bit, even though they're all running the same Osmo audio programming, and the Action 5 is actually newer than the Pocket 3 by quite a bit. So I can't see if I got him or not. Hopefully I do. Oh wow, they actually mowed this. This is not normal that they mow this. Am I in zoom? No. Where's my gimbal facing? Oh, there we go. A little bit better. Little man's making a dropping. Feel better, boo? Now I gotta go down the hill and pick it up. You're lucky I'm wearing my grippy shoes. So conveniently along the bike path here, they have benches and trash cans. Inconveniently, they have no porta potties out here. And I forget how many miles this actually is, because it starts just beyond the Maynard Street Bridge. And I think you can travel this thing, I know you can go all the way down to Montoursville at Walmart. That's quite a few miles with no place to use the bathroom. Trying to make sure no one's behind us. I hear footprints. It's little dude. They thought after we picked that up and threw it away that we were heading home, and no, not yet. We're getting there though. We're at 1.79 miles, and we're about to get to the closest spot of the highway that will be, and this is where we'll really be able to test road noise. Is he passing over again? Is that the same bird? Like I said, I can't even see him on this little screen. I'm hoping I'm aiming at him. That is an eagle. That is an eagle. He's just cruising for fish. We'll have to wait and see if that's if he's even visible. See, you get the lighting wrong and he turned like just completely shaded out. Switch hands. I've said to Mike, I've said to Tim, I said the most convenient system I've ever used in my life. You got mics that you just pop on. You get out of the car, even if you were filming in the car, just unlock it, throw the battery handle on, and away you go for an adventure. Alrighty, highway is as close to us as it's going to get right in this zone, so we shall see how the mics handle extra noise. With no noise cancellation turned on, none of the voice enhancements turned on either, just adaptive gain. Coming, kids? Like, that was a steep hill, Dad. Just trying to give you an audio test here with me not talking, and then a little bit of voice entwined with it. With traffic, I mean, most of these cars are pretty much newer. I haven't heard any motorcycles or big rigs, so it's just kind of the wheel whistling going by. Nonetheless, it's still traffic. All right, well, for as low as the river is, we've actually gone down here and gone further down than we can right now. Maybe not, I don't know. Feels like it's actually a little bit higher up this way. Of course, the dam is probably keeping the water levels up above it, so that makes sense. But we have made it. And little man is staring at his arch nemesis. And for those of you who might be new to the channel, yep, see, he's just, come here, buddy. I'm not taking you over it. Come here. Come to daddy. Come to daddy. Come to daddy. Good boy. I just want to show them what you're afraid of. He is afraid of the grate. Priya doesn't give a crap. Mateo, he ain't gonna let me get any closer to this. Because unfortunately his itty bitty little feet will fall down in that. So I have to airlift him over, unless there's like some way, like over here with the rock and the leaves, he could probably hop. But he is very anxious right now. All right, buddy, we're not gonna do anything to make you scared. No, we're not. He's like, okay, can we get away from it, please? I don't like grates. I got little baby puppy paws. I got little baby cat paws. Just like Oatmeal the Labrador. If anybody ever watches the shorts from Andrea and Oatmeal, they've been coming up a lot on my feed. Anyway, okay, we have come, we have conquered, we have seen. We're gonna go home, and I'm gonna call it a day and try to get this video edited before I go to work, so I don't have to get up in the morning and do anything with it. Well, I just thought of this as we got to the car after our over 3 mile walk. Yeah, we'll push that a little further than normal. Audio in the car, how does this sound? Now, I do have it centered up pretty good with so the seatbelt's not covering it, so we shall see. But I'm not going to do a real long drive video since I've already said goodnight, but I figured, well, might as well do what I do a lot of testing-wise. You know, we don't usually walk around lots of traffic too much, but I just wanted to give everybody an idea if you're in a city setting or a loud environment, what these sound like. So obviously not moving is not going to matter, and I do have the windows down, which usually lends itself to a little bit of problems with the mic 2s, so we shall see. But good walk. Puppies did really, really good staying in their own lanes, so people could get by with their bicycles or jogging or walking. I'm really proud of them this morning. They did a really nice job. All right, around the cul-de-sacs here, not the cul-de-sacs, but the turnabouts. You know, there's been rumors that they're going to rip these things out for years, and they've never done it. So we shall see if that ever happens. Get up to a little bit of highway speed here real quick, and then we're going to call it off. Yep, got a red light, so I'm going to give you a quick little break. All right, we are rolling. Now, this could be a case where noise cancellation really comes in handy with these mics, because from what I've heard from other creators, it does not make your voice tinny like you're in a well or in a weird spot underwater. So, alright, now we're up to 60 with the wind. I'll bring the windows back up. Oh gosh, back windows are down. You can get vibration that way. Alright, and now with the windows completely up, now there's a lot of glass for audio to reflect off of, which I've noticed also can become a issue to deal with. Alright guys, I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Stay safe.